to our full moon yoga practice. Of course, we are always considering how Ayurveda can support us, and the yoga that I teach is based on Ayurvedic principles. So if you don't know what Ayurvedic principles are, well, guess what? They're the same as yoga. How perfect! Yoga works with the elements, and we're bringing the elements into balance. We're doing practices that are appropriate for the season, the time of the day, and now we're in a full moon. So also take into consideration the full moon. What does a full moon do? It makes things bigger. It amplifies. So we want to take advantage of the energy of the full moon. We're going to do that tonight by setting an intention. That's how we're moving into our practice tonight. So I want you to take a moment and choose one word, maybe two. Sometimes it's called a sankalpa. One word or two that represents what you want to amplify. So it could be, I want to show up being more empowered. And so your word or two words can be, I show up loving and empowered. Loving and empowered, right? Those could be your two words. To me, being of service to love is the most important thing in my life. I want to be in service of grace and love, and that's important. But it doesn't mean you get mowed over just because you're in service of love. Love is a powerful force. So if that's what you want to do, great. But choose one word, maybe two, and we're going to use that as our intention as we move into this full moon practice and allow this yoga practice to amplify that intention. We want to embody it. All right. So just take a moment to think about what you want to amplify, what seed you're putting into that full moon energy. And then let's work with that through your practice today. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to start out seated on the floor. So if you are not able to sit comfortably on the floor flat, then you're going to use a blanket. So let me show you how to do that. So you're going to take your blanket and we're going to fold it in thirds. I like to fold it in thirds because then it just gets me up higher. Or if you're a little more flexible, you can just fold it in half. Now, if that's still not enough, then you can take a block and you can place it here, right here, and you just roll your blanket right there. See? Now I'm up even higher. Now I have a nice, almost like a bolster, nice lifted surface. Okay, so you're going to do that. And we're going to start out seated. Pull your right heel in and then your left. So you're just sitting cross-legged. Now, if you have issues with your knees, grab a couple of blocks, throw them under your knees. So you're supported and you're relaxed. Hands on your knees. Close your eyes and lift up through the spine. You do want to maintain a lumbar curve. You have all the natural curves. So lumbar curve, then you have a thoracic curvature. It moves in a different direction, in the opposite direction of the lumbar. And then maintaining the cervical curve in the neck. Same direction as the lumbar curve. Lift through the top of the head. And take a moment to think about whatever your intention is for this practice today. How do I want to move through my practice, and what do I want to embody? Great. And then opening your eyes, and then we're going to move in a circle. So you're going to move from right knee to left knee, moving in a circle. So because we're dealing with amplification type of energy, right? Because of the full moon, We are wanting to also make sure that we're bringing in more awareness, right? It can heighten emotions. That's what that energy can do. And then we pause and take a breath. Exhale out the mouth. And then go left to right and left to right. Good. Couple more. And lifting up. Pause. Take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Breathing in your intention. Exhale. Release what no longer serves you out of the mouth. Great. And then we open up and move to the side. And reach and go to the other side. And lift. And lift. 2 more sets. And 1 more set. Great. Lifting up, rotate. And reach. And rotate. And reach. And rotate. And reach. And rotate. Good. And going forward, inhale up. And then exhale, we're going to reach forward with your hands, or you can use a block. Go right out in front. Just let that back stretch out. And lifting up. Then our legs are going to lift up. They're going to go wide. And you're just going to move side to side. Good. And then we hold it to the right side. So you're going to hold it there. Move your block. And then rotate a little deeper. And then release. All right. Now pull your left heel in and then your right. Hands on your knees. And we move in a circle. Right to left. Going left to right. Excellent. And then inhale, moving side to side, moving a little bit quicker. And up. And rotate. Arms lift. Go to the other side. Arms lift. And rotate. Arms lift. And rotate. Then reach up. Go forward. And again, you could use a block. Oh, stretch out that back. Great. And then we're going to lift up the legs. And again, we're going to windshield wiper with the legs. Just do a few times. And now we hold it to the left side. And then we do a little bit deeper twist behind you. And then releasing out of that. Great. We're going to come off the blanket. Go into a crawling position. Move your blanket. Great. Maintain your navel there and start with your right leg. Go in a direction in a circle. All right. And then go in the other direction. Rotate in the other direction. Great. Do the other side. Go in one direction and the other direction. Great. Press back, down dog. And walk out your heels. Draw both heels down. Get hollow in your belly. Open up your armpits. Relax your head. And the right leg steps forward for a lunge. Drop the back knee and release. Flatten out the foot. Hold. Then stepping back, down dog. Then the left leg steps forward. Drop the back knee and release. Good. And hold. Nice. We're just going to do the gradual add-on. We're just going to keep on going. Great. And then step back, down dog. Then the right leg steps forward. We're going to go into a warrior one. So coming up a little bit higher and reach. And then rotate. Just turn and rotate. Looking over that shoulder. So bent knee, shoulder. Look over the shoulder. Another way to support organ health is by adding rotations. And release down, step back, down dog. We'll start adding a plank here soon. Then the left leg steps forward, warrior one. And again, we reach up. Bend the knee. Strong and steady. And rotate. And hands to the ground. And again, step back, down dog. Drop down onto your knees and we're going to shift forward, lower with control. And then lift up cobra. Take it back, down dog. Right leg steps forward. We're going into a high lunge. Hold it there. From the high lunge, we're going to drop the back heel and scoop up, warrior four. Open up, turn your head and look up. Then dropping into Parsvakonasana. Strong and steady, and you can go deeper if you have it in you. Otherwise, you could stay here on the thigh. Come back up into warrior four. See if you can go a little deeper into the knee. And then open up, warrior two, strong and steady. Back arm swings around. Lift your back knee up, and then we lower into a low lunge. Good. So you're holding that there. And if you want to, you can drop a little lower onto the forearm and turn your torso towards the knee. And if that's not working for you, use a block. No problem. Nice. Curl your toes under and then step back. Down dog. Drop down onto your knees. Shift forward plank. Slowly lower. Lift up cobra. Take it back, down dog. Hold. Great. And then the left leg steps forward, high lunge. Hold it there. I got to get a new camera. Mine's dying. It's been 5 years. Actually, longer than that. 6 years. Okay. Then drop your back heel and scoop up into warrior four. Now keep this knee bent. Warrior four, turn your head and look up. And taking it into Parsvottanasana. Now you can hold it here, or you can go a little deeper, either onto a block or onto the ground. If that becomes too much, just come back up. No problem. Now, keeping this knee here bent, lift back up, warrior four. Don't straighten that leg. It's kind of something that people do. Turn your head and look up. Strong in your lower body. We want to keep our body strong. We're dealing with Vata season, and we're also dealing with amplified energy. Warrior two. Open. Back arm swings around. Great. Lift your back knee. Drop down. Low lunge. Hold it there. And then if you want to, you can drop onto the forearm and turn your torso towards that knee. So it's a slight rotation. All right, and then we're gonna step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, modify to the knees if you need to. Lower. Lift cobra. Good. And then take it into child's pose. Contemplate in that full moon energy your intention. Embody your intention. Great. And then coming out of that, we're going to go back into down dog. And the right leg is going to come up and we're going to step forward for Trikonasana. Now you can just set yourself right up for having a little bit of support with the block. It goes on the baby toe side of the foot, then straighten the front leg, stack the left shoulder on top of the right, and then extend your arm, turn your head. Line that torso up with that right leg. Stack that left shoulder on top. Lift your kneecaps in both legs. So that means you're engaging your quadriceps. Strong and steady. Then bending that right knee, you're going to come up into warrior 4. Turn your head and look up. Down into Parsvakonasana, modified, or if you are using a block, it goes on the big toes side of the foot. Coming back up into warrior 4. And warrior 2. Swing the back arm around. Lift your back heel. Lower again. Okay, this time it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to curl my toes under on my extended leg. Lift up a little bit. Bring my hands together. Rotate. And then hook my elbow. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you can just use your arm. Okay? Hands together. Slowly shift forward. Now, as you do that, you got to watch out for this happening. You guys see that? Your hands stay close to your heart. Don't let them go to your shoulder. So that to do that, you got to lean back with your torso. So lean back so that your hand can stay close to your heart. And then you can flatten out the extended leg. And release. Step back, down dog. Shift forward plank. Modify to the knees if you need to. Lower. Lift up cobra. And take it back, down dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. Hold. Then the left leg lifts up. And we step it forward. Again, we're going to set up for Trikonasana. Take your block to the baby toe side of the foot. Drop your back heel. And then we straighten the legs. Both legs straighten. And then start stacking right shoulder on top of the left and reach. Turn your head and line up your torso with that left leg. Line it up. Engage your quadriceps so that your kneecaps lift. Steady. Bend your knee and come up, warrior 4. Now, I adjusted my back leg a little bit, just back a little, no problem. Bend this knee deep, turn your head and look up. And Parsvottanasana. You can go here in a modified position, or if you can go a little lower and you want to use your block, it goes on the big toe side of the foot. Reach. And coming back into warrior 4, keep this knee bent. Turn your head and look up. Warrior 2. Backhand comes around. You're going to lift your back heel up. Drop your back knee. Good. Then we're going to curl the toes under, lift up. And remember, you can do this with a straight arm, but if you can, hook your elbow, bring your hands together, push your hands to the heart by leaning back, then shift forward. Nice. Great. You guys look great. To get the hands to the heart, you got to lean back. Then work on shifting your hips forward. Good. Then we release and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank. Modify to the knees if you need to. Lower. Lift up cobra. And then take it back. Child's pose. Again, contemplating your intention. Okay, good. Good. And then from there, we're going to come up. You're going to step your right foot forward and then your left foot forward. Drop back through your heels and coming into a Hindi squat. That doesn't work for you. You're going to take blocks underneath your heels, or you use a blanket. And then you come up. Okay, so it looks like this. You could use a blanket, you guys. It's no big deal. Drop your hands to the heart. Elbows go in between the knees and you push out. Lift your chest. So we do not want to drop forward. Lift. What was that, Patty? Oh, it was the dog. Looked like you tossed it. You did. Okay. All right. Now, your knees are going to come together. Now, if you can, bring your feet together closer. And now we're going to go to one side and go right back into a rotation. Now, this is so good for us because it's also helping to condition our feet so we can get more grounded. We really need that. We're in Vata season. And go to the other side. So just release, reset yourself, and go to the other side. Lean back. And then we release from there. Now, if you do have a blanket or blocks underneath you, you want to push them away. And then you're going to drop onto your heels, straighten your legs, and go right into a forward fold. Two fingers are going to wrap around the big toe. So your pointer finger and your middle finger and connect to your thumbs. Good. And then we release from there and we're going to open up our feet, go wide. And then you're going to take your right hand to your left foot. Take the other hand to your sacrum, push into that hand, lift, and then reach. And then release and switch sides. So now your left hand going to the right foot. You can use a block, of course. Then you push the chest through. The other hand's at your sacrum, so keep it level. And then reach. And then from there, forward fold one more time. So two fingers wrapping around the big toe. Wide-legged forward fold. Relax your head. Good. And then from there, we're going to just take it onto our back. Find your heels. Pull it in. So find your heels. Now watch your knees. Keep them tracked in front with the front of the hip bone. And then pushing up into bridge. And hold. This is a counter posture to all the forward folding. Now you could do it as a supported bridge with a block or two. But if you could do it without, that's even better. So I'm going above the block, but if I need to, I can just release down. Strengthening that back body and counter posturing, all that forward folding. And then we release, lowering your pelvis to the ground, draw your knees in, pull them in. Good, and then you're gonna grab the baby toe side of your foot or ankles. Push the knees down towards the armpits. Now, press your sacrum into the ground. Down, press. So stabilize the sacrum and it'll open up. Good, and then we're going to do a supine Baddha Konasana, so cobbler's pose. So your feet come together and then you just release. Now, if you need support underneath, like say you have piriformis issues or you have a torn labrum like I do in my left hip, and mine is not from yoga, mine is a trauma. My dog ran into me and jammed the head of my femur bone up into my hip socket, and now I have a tear. Good. All right. And then from there, set yourself up into Shavasana, corpse pose. So releasing your legs down to the corners of your mat. Nice. And arms along your side, palms up. And relax. Shavasana, corpse pose. It's all about relaxation now. Very grounding for the body, very calming for the body. So let your body receive all that grounding energy by being still and silent. All right, and begin to deepen your breath. Allow some movement into your fingers and toes, and then gently roll to your right side. Um, and then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together, connecting your thumbs to your heart. Once again, close your eyes. Take a moment to think about, contemplate your intention. 1 or 2 words. It's like a samkalpa. A samkalpa is a goal, an intention. And hold that in your heart. Imagine that you are breathing in the energy of your intention. And may you have a wonderful evening. Namaste.